All right, beginners, so we are moving on to Bible. Now for Bible, you're gonna have pages that look just like my Bible right here. Okay, so before we start Bible, we're gonna talk about what is in the Old Testament. Now, do you guys remember what Testament means? We learned about it last year, so my beginner B should know. If you know it, say it out loud to me. Great job. If you don't know it, it's okay. Testament means promise. So it says, what's in the old promise? Because remember, there's an old promise and a new promise. So let's find out what they say. The Bible is divided into two parts, the Old Testament and the New Testament. So the Bible has an old promise and a new promise. Even though the Bible has two parts, it really is one story. It's the story of God's wonderful plan for all of us. The Old Testament tells about the beginning of the world. It also tells us the history of God's special people, the Jews. God chose Abraham to be the father of his special people and the nation of Israel. From this nation, God planned to send a Savior to the world. For hundreds of years, God's people waited. They waited for this special person to be born. They call him Messiah, a word that means God's chosen one. So Jesus is called Messiah. In the Old Testament, you will find exciting stories that show love and the power of God. Everything you will read about really happened. Every event was part of God's plan to prepare his people for the coming of the Savior. So let's go ahead and read the Bible. All right, beginners, so we're gonna go ahead and read this once together. We're gonna read it nice and slow because we have some new kids with us. All right, and then afterwards, I do encourage you to sound out the words and try to read it on your own. So let's read it together. Use your pointer finger. The beginning, from Genesis 1 and 2. God is the beginning of all things. God made the heavens and the earth. The earth was empty and dark, with water everywhere. Then God said, "Let there be light," and there was. There was evening and morning. There was the first day. Next, God put a wide space above the water. God called the space sky. This was the second day. On the third day, God gathered the water into its own places. Now there were seas and dry ground. Let plants grow in the ground, God said, and they did. Excellent job, beginners. We're gonna go ahead and stop there because now that you're done, and if you want to pause it and reread it again, I do encourage you, like I said before, if you need help, ask a parent or a sibling. But now that you've done that, what we're gonna do is start at the beginning and we're gonna do this page and then we'll work our way over there. What we're gonna do is we're gonna circle our multi-letter phonograms. Do you remember what your multi-letter phonograms were? There were ing. So let's see if we find any of those. Not our single letter, our multi-letter. So let's see. God is the, remember our multi-letter? The beginning. Remember? I-N-G, ing. Now, if you forget, don't worry. Make sure you go and listen to your multi-letter phonograms that Miss Sarah has up on YouTube. But let's see if you guys can get them all for our page 14, page 15, and page 16. So go slowly, look through every single word, and then tomorrow we'll be doing our next part of Bible. Good job, beginners.